A big mistake that I see a lot of newbie writers make in their writing is switching between past and present tense in the same chapter, scene, sometimes even same sentence. But don't worry, it's an easy fix, and keep watching and I'll show you how. Hey guys, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Gabby and this is Brown Lady Publishing TV. This is where you come to learn tips and tricks to help you in your publishing journey. Just a little bit about me. I am the author of historical and contemporary romance under the name G.S. Carr. And soon to be paranormal romance under the name Oriana Wild. So this is the second video in my series on writing craft. The first video was on how to spot and remove filter words from your writing, so if you want to watch that, please just click on the card above. So I remember back in grade school when your teacher was talking about past and present tense. So I know you weren't sleeping through that lecture because you were an amazing student, right? But just in case you were, don't worry. I'm here to help you spot and fix past and present tense shifts in your writing. So the easiest place to find these shifts in your tense is in the verbs. And remember, verbs are your action words. So when you're looking at the verbs, it's very easy to see if it is in a present tense, if the action is happening right now, right in the present, or if it's in the past tense, the action happened before. So I'm going to read a couple of examples to you and we're going to see how there were shifts in tense and how to fix them. So I created this paragraph, and in this paragraph there are tense shifts, and I'm going to read the paragraph to you and I want you to see if you can spot them without me telling you. So here it is. I ran around the corner of the barn and skidded to a halt. A pack of wolves blocked my retreat. Glowing amethyst eyes and snarling snouts are trained on me. How am I going to get out of this? I grab a shovel propped against the worn wooden structure and swing. Howls erupt in the night as the metal blade connects with soft fern bone. So, were you able to catch the tense shifts in that paragraph? Well, if you weren't, don't worry, it's a-okay. I'm going to give you guys a brief explanation of the shifts that I put into the paragraph. So, again, we're looking at the verbs, we're looking at the action words. So if we look at them, the very first one is I ran, okay? And if you ran versus run, ran is in the past tense. I already did it. I ran somewhere. Run is in the present tense. So we're starting off this paragraph in the past tense, right? And then so we keep going. Skidded. I skidded to a halt. Okay. Past tense. Still good. They blocked my retreat. The wolves. Excellent. Still past tense. Then we shift over here. And now this is a little bit tricky. Snarling snouts are trained on me. Okay. So technically are, were, was. That's the to be verb. And so are trained on me is actually present tense. Yeah. And then we keep going and I grab the shovel. If I grab it, again, that's present tense versus grabbed in the past. Okay? And then going in the structure and swing. So we grab the shovel and then we swing it. Again, swinging it right now versus swung, present tense. And then finally we have the blade connects. It connects, not connected. So again, present tense versus the past tense. So we started off in the past tense and then we shifted to the present tense, all in the same paragraph. And it seemed kind of natural, but again, it's not. So now we're gonna look at them when they're corrected. So there's two ways to fix this, obviously, to make the paragraph completely past tense or to make it completely present tense. So we're gonna look at the past tense first. We're gonna make all of it past tense. I ran around the corner of the barn and skidded to a halt. A pack of wolves blocked my retreat. Glowing amethyst eyes and snarling snouts were trained on me. How am I going to get out of this? I grabbed a shovel propped against the worn wooden structure and swung. Howls erupted in the night as the metal blade connected with soft fern and bone. So that paragraph is completely and totally in the past tense. Now, I actually caught something that I didn't say when I was reading the original paragraph. The verb erupted. So in the original one I said howls erupt in the night, and so when I changed it to the past tense I made sure to switch to howls erupted. So I missed that the first time, so I just want to say that. And also another thing that I wanted to point out as well that might be a little confusing. So there was a moment when I had internal thought, how am I going to get out of this? And I emphasized that it was an internal thought by the fact that it's in italics. So this is in present tense, and it might seem a little bit weird because, you know, the whole paragraph is in the past tense, and we have this one sentence, that's in the present tense. But whenever you're having an internal dialogue, an internal thought of your character, it's always in the present tense, okay? Because think about it, you're actually showing a thought that the character is having in that moment. So you would never think, how couldn't I have done, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, you don't think in the past tense. When you're thinking right now, like, how was I going to get out of this moment right now? No, it's how am I going to get out of this? So you always think in the present tense. So your character thought is always in the present tense. But again, everything else, all your other action verbs need to be in the past tense. So now let's look at the paragraph fully in the present tense. I run around the corner of the barn and skid to a halt. A pack of wolves block my retreat. Glowing amethyst eyes and snarling snouts are trained on me. How am I going to get out of this? I grab a shovel propped against the worn wooden structure and swing. Howls erupt in the night as the metal blade connects with soft fur and bone. So that one is completely and totally in the present tense. All of our action verbs are in the present. And the whole thing is just a lot more smooth and congruent and looks all amazing and stuff like that. Now, I will say, I think the one place that I see this a lot more of these tense shifts is when people use the first person present, like these paragraphs are in the first person. And I think I see that a lot more in that because, I don't know, I guess it feels more like you're talking in just like your colloquial kind of language. And so it's easier to kind of just make those mistakes and stuff like that. So especially if you write in the first person, I highly suggest that you go through your manuscript and look out for these. So just like in the first one, I'm gonna give you guys an assignment. Yay, video assignments. So take your manuscript and go through the entire thing, comb through, and look for your verbs, look for your action words in your manuscript and see if they're all congruent. Making sure that if you start off the book in present tense, you keep it in present tense. If you start off the book in past tense, you keep it in past tense. Generally, past tense is the one that we want to use in writing, or that most people use in writing. Present tense can be a little tricky, but you know, make sure that you go through whichever one you choose and that it's consistent throughout your entire manuscript. Alright guys, well that's all I got for you today. I hope you learned a lot. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell notifications so that you will be informed every time I upload a new video. And again, I am here to help you guys in whatever way possible in your writing and your publishing journey. So again, if you learned a lot, let me know in the comments below. Let me see some of your sentences where you made the corrections and what they were before and you know what they are after the corrections. I would love to see it. I make sure to comment on everyone who leaves me a comment, so I want to hear from you guys. Again, that's all I got for you today. Oh, if you want to watch another video, watch my videos. I'll have them in the description and stuff below. So with that, y'all have a good one.